Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back, and we're doing a best of one March of the Machines draft. It is just fired. We're gonna go in. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if this draft, maybe I can just draft as many OP rares as possible, even if it spreads over 5 colors, and see if I can make the mana base work. I don't know. I've drafted too many fair decks in this format, and I need to be a little more unfair. If you catch my drift. Let's see what this does. 3 mana, 3/3, sack a creature or artifact. It deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is a sacrifice permanent's mana value. That seems incredibly good. And you can transform it into a 4/4 at the beginning of combat on your turn. Return up to 1 target artifact creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield that gains haste, and then you get to exile it. This card's pretty sweet. It just drains, so I mean, they kind of have to remove her, or you can just sack whatever they're trying to remove and deal a bunch of damage to them. This seems like a pretty quick way to end a game, too. I like that. I know Renata is very good. Really strong card. But this rare seems good. Flipping it into something that lets you get back all the creatures that you sacked or have in your graveyard already. Lets you get artifacts back, too, which is good. I like Furnace Gremlin. It's built in 2-for-1. The Crusher's good. I like Escort. So on and so forth. Alright, 5 mana, enter, search your library, graveyard, and or outside the game for an instant or sorcery. Reveal it, put it in your hand. Then shuffle. But then you need to get 7 down. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may copy it. That's kind of cool. Copy all instants and sorceries you cast is pretty sweet, but 7 defense is pretty significant. That's a lot. That's not a lot, or that is a lot of defense counters to get through. And to be honest, you don't end up running that many instants and sorceries, so it's probably not worth it. That's probably a little too greedy. I know Mirror Shield Hoplite is really good. It's quite a bit of distance away from this. Nazubi Informant's good because it's just good sack fodder. Like Ayara comes in, I got a chump blocker that I can sack and drain you for 2 with. Stays on color. This transforms into a pretty good card too. Trample Double Prowess. Oh geez, what do I take? I think this is probably the best card in its mono color, so I think we'll take that for now. It's a pretty excellent 2-drop. 2-drop 2/2 Trample Prowess is pretty slick. Alright, well, we got Thalia and the Gitrog monster. This card is ridiculous, so we're going to take this one. Super hyper-powered. First Strike Death Touch, which there's no good reason they should even print those together. They've done it before, but very, very unusual to have those printed together. You can play additional lands on your turn. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponent's control enter tapped, and then whenever it attacks, sack a creature or land, then draw a card. But you get to play lands from your graveyard too, don't you, or not? No, you don't. But you get to play an additional land. You don't even do you have to sack? You do have to sack, but you get to draw too, so it replaces itself. Either way, First Strike Death Touch, gonna take it. Basically, you can't attack into it, and you can't really block it. Unless you have a 4-power First Strike card. So easy pickup for us here. Great card. Other good ones in here. Oh, took too long. Well, Glistening Deluge I've played before, and I was surprised it didn't do everything I wanted it to as often as I would have liked. We could take Skittering Surveyor here, considering we're likely going to end up a bunch of colors with a bunch of high-powered rares. Surveyor might be the wisest pick. There is Thornwood Falls, but we don't have blue yet. Thornwood Falls is just nice because it's a free card in the deck and would let us play blue easier. But I like Skittering Surveyor. It's a great card. Very good with Ayara. I'll sack it after it's found me a land. Drain you for 3. It's pretty awesome. So we'll take it. Get some fixing. Agar is good. What I like about Agar is if it trades with something... If it trades with like an X2 or less, you just get to draw a card. Because it's a giant. So that's pretty cool. That makes it pretty good, actually. But we'll take Surveyor for now. Alright, well, I like Harried Artisan. This is pretty good. It comes in and blows something up. And then turns into a win con. It is expensive. But that's a good 2-for-1. Even if it is 6 mana. Come in, kill something. There's probably not that many elves in this format. So it deals with most creatures. I guess it has to be number of lands you control, but whatever. It turns into a pretty excellent win con. But I would assume by the time you get to it, you can kill, 6 power or less. So we'll take it. It's expensive, like I said, but that's okay. Haven't played the Cryptomancer, but it's kind of a cool card. Comes in, buffs something, gives you a chump blocker, and also protects against removal. Pretty good. We'll take an expensive card for now. All right, Mauler is a win con that finds you a swamp. Backup 2 is nice too. Portent Tracker might be the pick. Unfortunately, Portent Tracker doesn't actually fix, per se. It doesn't splash, I should say. But it is cheap. Yeah. You can buff your things. I mean, it's kind of cool. Ramping is cool. Ramping is less good when it comes to invasion. And actually, sacking lands isn't so good with invasion either, is it? We probably take the tracker because it actually does ramp. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a 1/1 that ramps. Sailback's pretty sweet. That's nice versatility. It's expensive, but it is versatile. I mean, blowing up artifacts and enchantments and getting a 3/4 for 5 is good value. It is. I like Unsealed Necropolis. Instant speed, get 2 creatures back. Corrupted Conviction is good. Timberland Ancient, totally fine. All the cycle cards that also are win cons are nice, but I think I'm going to go with the built-in 2-for-1 card and be happy enough about that. What do you do? 5 mana, 5/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may turn it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. That seems awesome. I mean, I guess we want things in our graveyard for Ayara, but I don't have to flip Ayara. Ayara's ability is still relevant. This is also a 5 mana, 5/5. I like it. When your creatures die, you don't even have to return them, but if you want to, get them back. And then you have an extra land, so it actually works with invasion, too. You have more lands. You can sack it, but you could sack it as a creature, too. Actually, I mean, it gives you more sack fodder, too, for Thalia and the Gitrog monster, so that's cool. Escort gets back battles or creatures, so we can get back invasion or any of our great creatures. So Escort seems fine. Getting a little bit on the expensive side. So this comes in as a combat trick that also makes something indestructible. I like that. But we'll take the Escort, even though we're on 3 5-drops already. Invasion of Arcavios came back. Flywheel Racer technically ramps, but in kind of a roundabout way. But it also fixes. I don't need invasion. We're not going to play enough stuff for that. I could take Cycle card. I'll take the Racer. There's a chance we need it for the fixing. All right, Hermit, 4 mana, 4/4, already good. And then it transforms into a 5/5 that turns other things into 5/5s. I like that quite a bit. We're playing best of 1, so we don't need... This is, I guess you could consider this main deckable, but I would hope I don't have to main deck it. Hermit is just good. Overgrown Pest. This card's good too. Do we have... We do have double faced, so that's good. This is just going to be relevant for us. Good card. So I can take the Doombringer, I suppose. Don't need another 5-drop really, but we'll cut it. I'm going to pass this because we're not in those colors. We're not in red or blue, so I think I'm okay giving that up. Thalia. Technically going to have to splash white, but I don't think that's worth it. What's Realmbreaker Invasion? So legendary artifact, target opponent mills 3, put a land card from their graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. It gains if this land would leave the battlefield, exile it. Sack Realmbreaker, the invasion tree, search your library for any number of Praetor cards. But, well, this card is cool because it can mill your opponent out and you get their lands. It's ramping you for 2. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit slow. This comes in as a fight card, and we don't have any removal yet, so I kind of like that too. This fixes. This card seems good to me. It's not even that expensive, and you get to, for 2, basically ramp each turn and mill your opponent. Possibly fix. It does seem a little clunky. We don't have any Praetors, so in that respect, it is a little bit worse. But yeah, I'm interested in it. I mean, it's better than Millstone. Mill 3 instead of Mill 2, and you get a land. It's like a better than Millstone. And Millstone was playable in Limited, I think. Maybe at one time, not anymore. We'll see. Etch Familiar's not bad. I like that it comes in, and it's kind of an annoying card to deal with. Double black cards are going to be problematic currently, because I guess we're mostly just green right now. We're like, most likely green, black, splash, white is what we're looking like. Okay. So maybe I can focus on that too. This comes in and can kill something and then turns into a relevant creature. I like that. It's a good 2-for-1. It's got 5 defense, but it drains as well. Merciless Repurposing is kind of expensive. This is too, but you can hit your opponent with it, which is nice. Or Etch Familiar because it's cheap. Another 5-drop's not super desirable. However, I may actually just take it. I don't know about War Historian. It's got reach. I kind of like that. I want the 2-for-1 cards. We're going to need some ramp, though. Invasion of Ixalan. 2 mana, enters, look at top 5, reveal a permanent for among them, put it in your hand. It's got 4 defense, and then it turns into the 4/3 that is indestructible whenever you cast a spell. It's not bad. Certainly not bad. We're light in 2-drops currently. We have 2 2-drops. Might need to consider taking the Informant for that reason. Another Pest certainly wouldn't hurt. This is a 2-drop, and it lets you find things, including lands. This could be just useful enough to take. It is a rare. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I think it's probably not bad. Helps you, makes more hands keepable and turns into a relevant creature. 4/3 trample indestructible when you cast the spell is not bad. We'll give it a try. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Wow. Well, I like Planeswalkers. 3 mana. Oh, so it fixes for all colors. That's nice. Turn a land into a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until your next turn. Mill 3, put a permanent among the mill cards in your hand. Get an emblem with, you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard. It's kind of cool. We'll try it. It's just cheap enough to be interesting, too. Otherwise, another chance to get Ancient Jungle Hollow would be actual fixing we want. But this seems like a pretty cool mythic. It's certainly not busted, but it makes little... I mean, it kind of protects itself and builds towards a nice... I mean, that emblem is super relevant. The emblem is you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard. So even if Wrenn and Realmbreaker dies, you can recast it off its own emblem. That's kind of cool, actually. Hermit is good. Halo Forager is very good. Another Portent Tracker. With all these 5-drops, I almost think we need it. Plus, I guess it can randomly remove defense counters, too. But Tracker with 4 5-drops currently might be the pick we want, even over another Hermit, which is also really good. Just because we're so light. I don't want to get run over either. Complete the circuit. Can cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. Whenever you cast... When you next cast an instant sorcery, copy it twice. Alright, well, that's cool. Huntmaster is good. Get to convert your little dudes into 3/3s. Or artifacts into other things. Converter Beast is cool. It's a 0/1. It sacks well to Iara. And gives you an Incubate 5, which is nice. This is another 3-drop. Wary Thespian would be 2. That's not bad. But this ability is relevant. Keeping 1 mana open and being able to convert your dudes into other dudes. I like it. Herbology Instructor is just what the doctor ordered for this deck. It's a 2-drop. It gains me life. It's a reasonable blocker. Turns into a kill spell of sorts. Vanquish the Weak's not bad either. And considering we don't have any removal, I'm not in love with not taking Vanquish. But I think this deck we need more cheap stuff. We're not going to survive long enough unless we get cheap stuff. Another Surveyor would be welcome too. But let's get some 2-drops in here. We need them pretty badly at this point. So another Pest is a 3-drop, but it's a great card. And we have more than enough double face stuff now where this is either going to be a land or a double face thing, which we're happy about. So looking pretty good. Invasion of Marigonda is an actual kill spell, which our deck does not currently have. So I think I'm cool with that. And we have probably good enough bodies for it. Otherwise, another sailback. But we already have one. I'll take the invasion. War Historian. I think this is fine. It's got reach. Vengeant Earth is kind of a combat trick. That can also be a removal spell. That is cool. I probably do take another Pest, though. It's good value on that. Can take the Ancient, or I could take Mirrored and Avenged. I might just take Ancient for more. I'll take a 2-drop here. I'll take another 2-drop. We don't need Highlands. Alright. Inga and Asika. Creatures you control have Vigilance, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Whenever you cast a creature spell, 3 or more mana from creatures was spent to cast it, draw a card. It's kind of cool, except you have to tap your dudes to get it. This one I don't think we're going to make our companion, but we have plenty of 3 mana. This is probably the one we want, especially since we don't have to splash for it. That's pretty excellent. Yet another 5-drop, but in this deck it potentially draws a lot of cards. And we have a couple rampers already, so I like it. We'll take it. Agent would be a good pickup because it's got Death Touch and the transform ability is good. Gift of Completion is not bad, but... Well, we can take it now. I mean, do we even have Phyrexians in here? Yeah, we've got a couple, but the fact that 2-mana Incubate 3 is not bad. This would get back some dudes. Warcrafting we're not going to take because it's red. Jury is amazing for the sack deck. I might just take Gift of Completion. I don't think I need Seed of Hope. We're just splashing white. I don't need the Mauler. Although Mauler fixes for black and gives us another win con. In case we don't have enough lands. Ah, whatever. I'll take the Mauler. What's our creature count? Oh, we have more than enough. I'll take the Mauler. I'm going to try him out. Alright, Renata is great. Is it just each other creature? So it's not even like just green creatures. That's so good. Quintorius. The 2 colors were not. Well, I guess we're splashing white already. This card is very good. We probably don't have that many non-creature, non-lands, though, so I don't know if I want to go out of my way for that. Especially over Renata, which is just going to be good. Another 4-drop, but whatever. We only have 2 4-drops. So I just take that over Hermit, I think, too. Yeah, Renata's pretty excellent. You know, it's equal to your Devotion to Green, but just that ability alone, all your dudes come in buffed. That's so good. Dismal Backwater, we're not running blue. I guess we sort of are for Karuga. It helps splash for that, but not worth it. Dina, I wish this card was good. It is a 2-drop 1/3, but it's even hard to cast. I don't love it. We may just take Unseal, because we have a ton of creatures and it's just high value in this deck. I mean, another 2-drop with Dina would not be bad. I really don't think that we're going to need it. And we don't have a lot of ways to gain life either, so I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I guess we take Unseal. We have, oh, Sandstalker Moloch. There's a good card. Iridescent Blademaster, another 2-drop, but this card's great. 3 mana, 4 power, flash, and potentially gets a card too, depending on what your opponent's playing. Yeah, hard to go wrong with that card. Storm the Seed Core is pretty cool, but it's more for the +1/+1 counter deck where you can get more value out of it, I would say. Traumatic Revelation gives you like a peek. It's not terrible. It at worst gives a peek, and then you can choose to incubate 3 if you don't want them to get rid of a card instead. It's probably the pick for us. I don't think we're playing Storm the Seed Core. We have too many expensive things. It would be tough to get enough expensive things to... I actually think Storm of Sea Core is good. I don't think this is the right deck for it. So I can take Blossoming Sands. That's just a free card for our deck that fixes for this Thalia. Cosmic Hunger is good removal though. But we're already going to have to find cuts, and this is just free fixing, so I'm going to take it. Another free fixer. I think so. So this does not fix. We could take Inga and Asika now. Or I take Fertilid's Favor, which is a combat trick that ramps and fixes. Maybe we take that. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, this gives everything Vigilance too. Maybe we'll give it a try. I'll see if I can find a way to fix for it. It seems unlikely, but we'll consider it. All these Flywheel Racers we don't need. Chomping Kabu's not bad, I guess. I just don't think it makes the deck. Don't need to splash for a Chomper. I don't need any of this. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at the deck. Got some cool stuff. I think I'm still going to try out this artifact, the Realm Breaker Invasion Tree. Because even without any Praetors, I can still mill my opponent out. Which I think is worth it. And ramp off of them, too. That part is actually relevant for this deck that has a bunch of expensive things in it. So we probably have 1 billion creatures. We do. And we have to make a lot of cuts. I don't need blue mana, so we'll cut that right off the bat and go for our non-splash colors. So that's 14, 15, 16. That's 17 lands. That's looking good. We only need the 1 white for Thalia. The rest is fixed. So we have to cut 12 cards. So, got our work cut out for us here as far as cuts go. I don't know if we need the Flywheel Racer. It does fix, but we don't... I'd rather just run the straight rampers that don't require another creature to be able to ramp. Still okay with Invasion, trying it out. I think we can probably cut Revelation. I don't know if we need the Dreg Recycler, but it's kind of free sack outlet against removal. I don't know if we need it. We can cut plenty of creatures. I don't think we need the War Historian. How do I feel about the Chomp and Kabus? Well, they are 4 mana 4/4s. That's really not bad. Especially in a deck with 2 Portent Trackers, our 4-drop's kind of an important slot. That's true. Do I need double Unseal the Necropolis? Probably not. We can cut 1, maybe. Are we splashing for Inga? It's probably not worth it. The means to splash for it is not terrible. We'd have to run an island in here. It's probably just not worth it, but you have to tap creatures in order to draw off of it. Otherwise, it just lets you attack vigilantly, which is good. I mean, giving all your dudes vigilance is good, but I think ultimately it's probably just not broken enough to be worth the splash. Removal-wise, we have Invasion of Ulgratha, Lorwyn, Muruganda. So we have 3 removal spells that are battles. It's not bad. Did we have any other removal? I thought we did, but I'm not sure. I guess I want to keep Recycler just because we're light on cheap stuff. I think we still keep Iara because it can just end the game. Like, if we have an expensive thing out, this just, drains your opponent for 7. It's so good. Are we going to run all these? Like I said, the nice thing is these double as keeping you busy on turn 2 if you got nothing else. I need a land. I'll take a land, and then later I'll get it back with, Unseal, maybe. This card's strong. 7 mana, backup 2 Menace. So it's a potential 7 mana, 7/7 Menace, which isn't terrible. Maybe in this format it's not quite good enough, but So we want to keep Karuga because we've got just a million 3-drops plus. So this just draws a bunch of cards for us. Do I need the Sailback? Maybe not. I like the versatility of it. I think I like Escort more, though. Because we have a lot of powerful stuff I want to bring back. Eudora's ability is interesting. Is it something that we actually need? We don't have a ton of need for a million mana. The only thing that's coming to mind is more sack for Thalia and Gitrog Monster. Yeah, I don't really know. I guess Invasion of Lorwyn. It makes it bigger. It's a 5-mana 5/5/2, which is not bad. I think it still triggers if you have a combat situation where it dies alongside others non-token creatures you control. I think they all trigger, even though it dies at the same time. I don't know why I've played this game that long and that still confuses me, but I'm pretty sure it still triggers. It's also possible I'm giving you the wrong information, but you never know. All right. Let's figure out 7 more cuts here, huh? Oh my goodness. Do I like the Ancient or the Mauler more? I think I like Ancient more because the difference between 6 and 7 mana is pretty significant. But I'd almost prefer to have the Swamp cycling over the Forest cycling, but maybe not. Not if they want to run more swamps. We probably don't run both of these. I'm thinking about cutting Eudora just because I don't need the Forest. Maybe we do end up cutting Realmbreaker even though it's a cute card. I kind of wanted to try it out, but it might just be clunky enough, even with the mill 3 and getting lands back. At least it's from anywhere in their graveyard. It might just be, if we want this deck to succeed, we keep as many actual creature threats as possible. That might be smarter. Although this is a way to win without having to attack. Like, in situations where they have something I can attack into, but they can't attack into me, this is a stalemate breaker. It forces them to do something or they get milled out in, 5 turns. That's reasonable. Maybe we'll give it a try. I should try it just to see what I think of it. I think Eudora's going to go. Cute, but don't need it. And we just need to find cuts. I could cut the Ancient and the Mauler. But do I want them because there's something to do on turn 2? I could cut the Recycler. It does leave us with less 2-drops than I like, but at the end of the day, this isn't that great for our deck. We don't really have a lot of use for that. I mean, the ability is useful enough, but it's just a 2-mana 2/2 at the end of the day. At least this, ramps. This has Surveil and 3 power, so it's a better blocker. This helps us find lands or whatever hopefully we need. Probably not going to miss since our whole deck is pretty much permanents. I think our whole deck is legitimately permanents. We don't even have non-permanent cards at this point. That's not true. We have Unseal. But we don't have enough to miss on Invasion of Ixalan, so that's nice. I want to keep my 4-drops, like I said, because of the 2 Portent trackers. I'm thinking about Ancient and Mauler. Hopefully that leaves us still with... We want enough beef, though, too. We want some beefy boys in here. Maybe we don't need 3 Overgrown Pests. That's probably true. Maybe go down to 2. I guess Invasion of Lorwyn is kind of a win con, too. We're not as good. Let's cut the Mauler. 3 more cuts. So if you play this on turn 3, you'll have a tapped land that you turn into a 3/3 to bring it up to 5. It might still be worth it if they only have like a 2-power creature or something. And then you can protect it next turn. Might be worth it. We need 3 more cuts pretty badly. And I'm not 100% sure what they are. They could be creatures. I kind of don't want to cut my... I might cut the Sailback, even though I like it. It's good versatility, I don't know what to say. I feel like the 4/4s are more important, but maybe we don't even run them. It just, to me, it makes more sense to cut the 5 drops because we have the 2 ramp to 4. So you can go Tracker into turn 3, 4/4 that can't be blocked with power by creatures with power 2 or less. That's good. Or even Renata on turn 3 is really nice. So 2 more cuts. Do we have enough sack fodder to make Huntmaster worth our time? Because it is just a 2/3. So turning in trackers into it. It's also just something you can keep up. Sack in response to the removal. And then you end up with a 3/3 thing. Technically, you can sack your land creatures or whatever too. Upgrading Pest isn't the worst. It's not amazing either. I could see maybe cutting Huntmaster because I already have Ayara and they're kind of a similar role. Alright. And I want to make sure I have enough beef in here is the thing. Because we have like Karuga, Ancient, some evasion here. Fight there. This is kind of a win con. I like that this turns... This is another use to turn your little dudes into bigger dudes. And actually, this is sweet. I just realized this is sweet with Phyrexians, with the incubate creatures. Because it makes their base power 5/5. So all the +1/+1 counters go on top of that. It's really good. I need 1 more cut. I don't want it to be a 2-drop. I think I want to keep Unseal, just because I don't have a lot of ways to get creatures back from my graveyard. And we have at least a couple pretty bomb ones to get back. Or even getting back Ancient after Forest Cycling in the late game is pretty useful. It's card advantage too, so I like that. Okay, we need to do a cut. And I don't know what it is. Escort gets stuff back. I kind of want to keep that. I could drop 1 Kabu. I really didn't want to drop a 4-drop, but otherwise I could drop a Pest. Maybe we'll drop 1 more Pest, even though I like it. Alright. I guess this is the deck. This was tough to make, but ultimately I think it looks pretty good. So mana-wise, we have more green than... We have way more green than black, so I don't know why they wanted to run... Oh, I see. They want to do like an 8-8 split. That's... We probably don't need to do an 8-8 split, but we do have double black, too. But we have a lot more double green, don't we? Double green, don't... Yeah, we need more... I think we need the extra green, in my opinion. So, alright. I like this deck. I think it looks fun. We probably, we still... I never end up with enough broken things. You can never have enough broken stuff in this deck. So I wish we had a little more broken OP rares, but we have some cool stuff. So we'll run it like this, and we'll see you round 1. Well, it's a good looking hand. We get a turn 2 tracker, turn 3 Wrenn and Realm Breaker, and we even can attack with the land because we're at 4. That's kind of cool, actually. Alright. So we'll get the second green. We'll cast Rin and Realmbreaker. So we'll untap one of our forests, I guess. And we'll make it a dude. For 3. So I'm at 5 mana now, so I can do Invasion of Ugrotha, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, question is, do they have the kill spell? Because I can do Invasion plus Surveyor, but I kind of want to kill Brawler now for Invasion of Ugrotha. So I think we'll just play the 5-drop now. I think is probably the best move here. So it doesn't untap it. And like I said, I could have attacked with it. They could have double blocked. I wanted to be a little cautious. And I want to maximize use of my ramping ability here. So Invasion of Ixalan next turn can find us some stuff. We're working towards an emblem. That emblem is really, really good. So they can flip Instructor into at least a 5/5 or something like that. Alright, well the good news is we can do Invasion. And we can get... I can get the Realmbreaker, but I think we'll actually get the Fatty. I think that works a little better. So then we'll go land. Get our 4/4. And then we'll play the Surveyor. And we'll get another land. We already have what? We have all 3 colors. We have swamps, forests. We're all fixed from our planeswalker, so I guess we'll do this. So they can play, or they can flip their dude and kill my Regisar. And then I can chump block. Doesn't have trample or anything, right? No. Alright. That's fine too. So I can get any permanent back with this too, is that right? That's cool. Let's just play Ancient and start using the Fortin tracker. to get counters off of invasion. I think we can just chump here. Okay. So they're like pretty much tapped out. This has trample, so that's good. Let's do... So I think we can get this. Let's do the pest first. So just a bunch of lands that we don't need. So we'll get that, that's fine. And we can play it and gain a life. We don't have anything else to cast. Otherwise, yeah, I can get something back too. Still want to work towards that emblem though. So I think what we'll do... I think we'll just attack here. And that's actually fine, because we trample. I could have attacked with the swamp too, but then they actually have a better block, I think. Now I can get my Ancient back with Wrenn and Realmbreaker too, which I think is pretty good. Because I can also work towards the emblem, but... So, I think they probably have a combat trick, but I'm still going to double block. Just because I feel like I can kind of afford to, I'm just kind of trading an Overgrown Pest for a Fertilid's Favor. The land is a little bit less relevant since I have a grip full of them. Okay. And that's fine too. Another land there is kind of a bummer, but... Alright, I think at this point, sadly, I think we have to. It's really disappointing. Really, really disappointing that we drew a land there, so... I think we have to get back the Ancient now. Well, I guess not. We can keep building towards the emblem. That just makes sense. Alright, that's fine. That's nice. And then we'll play a land and pass. And if we can get emblem, then we're in incredible shape once we get emblem. Because then we just cast everything from our graveyard and there's not much they can do. Because next turn alone with potentially, what, 8 lands, we can go... Can you just cast as many as you want? Gosh, that's so good. Yeah. So this is actually fine. This has trample. This does not. So we chump here and then we double block here. And then hope they don't have another pump spell. Alright. I feel good about that. Our dude, now we have Emblem. And then we'll just start casting dudes. Alright. So we just Emblem. Alright. Now we have access to all this, so we'll play land from the graveyard. So I can do invasion. Let's see. 8 mana. So we can start. I guess once you have this emblem, you don't really need it again. 8 mana. So we can do Portent Tracker plus Timberland Ancient. Or I can do invasion, kill this now, and then play Portent Tracker and have a chump blocker. I feel like getting rid of this is probably wise. Oh, can't be the target of abilities your opponents control. Is that's an ability, isn't it? It's a triggered ability. Seems like an ability. So why don't we just do Ancient plus Tracker, probably. Oh, I can do Pest too? I don't know how. I guess I can't. So we'll just play these two. Alright, well they're out of cards. I guess that's good. I guess that makes sense. I'm actually going to take 14, even though I can cast Ancient from my graveyard, because 6 mana is a lot of mana right now, so. Alright, let's figure out what we want to do here. So, we want to go, and that brings us to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana, so 5. Can do Pest as well. So, we want Invasion to kill Bolas Slingers so they can't tap dudes down. Let's do that. Gain more life. And then we have 4 mana, so I can do Ren. We don't really need to... Basically at that point though, it's just... I feel like we don't really need it as bad. We can do Pest. We have 20 cards left. We have a lot of beefy dudes we can find. Let's just play Pest and find a double face card or something. Oh yeah, alright, there's a good one. Alright. Wow, excellent. Excellent top deck. Arguably the best top deck they could get with the remaining 21 cards they had, but that's alright. I feel like we win if they had anything else off the top there, but that's all right. Little miffed about it, but that's all right. They drew exactly what they needed, so we'll accept that as what happened and be disappointed about it. Let's play a land. So 10 mana, and we can't even do Timberland Ancient. So 4, 7, 10, we can do another Pest, Or we can do Ayara, because this drains too. It's just a 3/3, unfortunately. Maybe we do track or pest first. We can get 3 bodies down too. We can do Ayara plus Kavu plus pest. So maybe we'll do pest first, kind of see what we get. Well, that's cool. So we can do invasion. And then we can... We're at 10 though. So I feel like we actually need more... I feel like we can't win this. As disappointing as that is. 7 mana. So I could do 3, 5. I think we end up doing Ayara plus Chomping Kavu just to get as many bodies down as possible. Do I want a bunch of 3/3s? Probably not. Yeah, I feel like we're dead here, unfortunately. So basically I have to hope they drew a land, not a combat trick. Oh, they actually drew a land. Well, that's good. Alright, Herbology Instructor is huge. So let's play a land. We're up to 4, 9, 10, 11 mana. So we can do this, kill the Invoker. So that's 6, 8. And Ayara from the graveyard again. Yeah, we probably kill Intercessor to get the 6/5 back, don't we? Rather than kill the 7/7. That makes sense. So let's do Invasion. Kill Intercessor. Get back Ancient. Now we do this. Game 3. Then we do Ayara, but they of course tap my mana, auto tap in a way that doesn't benefit me, so that's unfortunate. So I guess we'll just do Pest again. So we can do Invasion, or I could do the Hermit. With all the creatures I have, Invasion actually seems like the best. Alright. That took way more time than I thought, considering I can just keep casting spells from our graveyard over and over again. But we eventually got there, so we'll see you for the next one. This looks a little bit on the slower side, but I am going to keep it. Ooh, that was a good draw, especially when your opponent plays a island for their first play. Scry 3. That's pretty cool. Good value gain there. I'm actually going to play this, even though I technically need the second green for the Moloch. Halo Hopper. Alright. So, I don't want them to get a 4/4, but I also want to draw a card, so we might have to let Invasion take a little bit there if they don't play a blue spell here. I'm gonna risk this. Hope they play a blue spell. Beautiful. And what does this let them do? Artifact. You can cast artifacts from your graveyard. Okay. So we'll play the Moloch. We'll get a card here. We need a land, so... Oh, we got the white, too, so now we can do Thalia. Wow. Well, that's... pretty excellent. This lets you sack creatures or lands to draw. I don't really want to sack a land or a creature right now. Alright, I feel like we have a late game advantage here, which is nice. So I can actually do Realm Breaker. The thing about Realm Breaker is it doesn't make the best use of mana, but it will eventually get us some lands. But actually milling our opponent seems like it kind of helps him with Emery out, so why don't we just do a Chomping Kavu? And it's going to buff itself. Because they can still block with Halo Hopper. I'm not going to attack with Thalia. I don't think. Because I don't want to sack a land, and yeah. So we're just going to hang out for now. Ah, 2 lands out the top? What a bummer. Oh, Brutaclad. Nice one. And it's an artifact? No kidding. Can I play lands from my graveyard? That would be nice. At least their creatures enter tapped. That's kind of nice too. It's a good mythic ability. Alright. So they're going to get back the creature they were going to cast from their graveyard anyway. I guess I'm alright with that. Well, we got another land. It's actually not bad. I mean, we need a land, so it helps. Let's do this. Maybe we just attack for... What do I want to attack with here? Because they're going to get Brutaclad mana here. Probably just the Kavu, because once again I'm not sacking anything. And I want the 4/4s. The 4/4s trump their creatures pretty significantly, so... We'll attack for 4, we'll play another Kavu and pass. And then next turn we have Invasion of Muruganda with Thalia and Gitrog monster. It's just auto kill. So I can at least kill their... Oh, I'm gonna kill that, as it turns out. Because I don't want to deal with that nonsense. So we'll do Invasion. Yeah, this card's just too good. I don't want to deal with that. It's not an artifact, right? Okay, good. So we'll play this. So let's have it fight the Seed Shark. I don't want to deal with that. And this turns into that weird slime that makes things bigger. I guess they have a pretty reasonable block here, don't they? So maybe we'll attack with these 3. And they can't block the Kavu because it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so they can't even double block it. So it does put them in a tricky spot there, and a spot I'm ultimately pretty happy with. Because we're gonna get our dude too. Does Imri let you cast artifacts on your opponent's turn, too? Okay. I wasn't sure. I'd be like, that's pretty insane if it does. Hermit. So I can deal 14 damage to him here and kill the escort. I don't even need to kill the escort though, do I? Probably not. I can actually attack them with everything and kill them with Invasion of Ulgaratha if they don't block. That's true. And they presumably don't block. I mean, why would they want to block here? And I can actually make Thalia a... I don't need the ability anyway. I don't need First Strike Death Touch here. So why don't we just buff this and then get in with everything. Or they just don't block and die, I guess. I guess not blocking and dying is another option they could do. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Yeah, we can keep this. We can't cast the Moloch, but we can cast Ayara. I guess we have a turn 3, 3/3. That's not the worst. Possible turn 4, 4/4. Or Moloch if we draw another green mana, maybe. Certainly not worth a mulligan. Pest is good. It can actually help us find the lands we may or may not need. Prankster. This turns into something that... Yeah, that's good too. Ren and Realmbreaker's nice because it's going to help get us to Thalia point here. We're going to play the Pest. We need a land pretty badly. We're a mana-hungry deck here. So, best use of mana is the Pest to find a land. And we'll take the... Let's see. I want to... The white mana is useful, because that brings us into Thalian Gitrog monster territory. But then we have to cast another 3-drop next turn. Whereas if I do an untapped land, like a forest... That white mana might be important, though. I'm going to do the white land. It doesn't... It kind of slows us down, but it just keeps us off of a 4-drop next turn. We still can do IR next turn, so I think that's okay. Well, now we could do Kavu. 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 We But I think I do the Blossoming Sand and I guess Iara. So the problem is they're kind of going to 2-for-1 us, but I guess losing the Pest here is okay by me. Could also just take 4. Well, looks like I'm going to be taking 4, that's for sure. They have 2 cards left? I guess that's not the worst. So we'll take 4 here. You know, this is a decent opportunity to do Ren. It's sack a artifact or a creature. Okay. Because I could do both of these this turn. I can even attack because it has vigilance, so that's nice. Yeah, that makes the best use of mana. Let's do Ren. And then we'll do this. We'll get in for 3. Doesn't have first strike or anything, right? No. And then we can do Invasion. Or I can just leave the 3/3 back as a blocker. I guess that's the best, isn't it? No rush. We just block. If they have a trick, that's alright. We'll lose our dude. Okay, so we have 5 lands again. Alright, so make a dude. Get in for 3. And I guess we just probably do big dude. Play a land because you can play extra lands, and then we can do Invasion because I can't block with that anyway. That worked out actually kind of nice. And then we can even get Herbology Instructor. I mean, another land wouldn't hurt too, but I'll get the Instructor because it gains life, which is relevant here. I can sack it to Thalia to draw a card too. I don't know if I like that more though. They can't block with Phoenix, so the Vigilance is less relevant. They're attacking me. That's good, because I have Instructor to gain life, so I like that too. Now they don't really have a play. Also good. So let's do this. I have lethal. Well, honestly, it's probably still worth it to just do it this way. Because we're going to gain the life, get the extra attacker. Oh, I have to sack, huh? Alright. Well. Alright, and then we can do Instructor to gain life, plus I can leave up Sandstalker, Malek as a surprise. I like that. We have Emblem, it doesn't matter. Alright, see you for the next one. This is a good hand. Thespian into Realmbreaker into Chomping Kavu, maybe? I want to keep that. So we could actually play that and then play Herbology Instructor. That honestly probably makes more sense. Because we don't need Realmbreaker out super early anyway. So we can attack first here. Move it in. Play the sands. Play the instructor. It's only when it attacks, right? Or, yeah, whatever blocks it. If they want to pay the life, I'm okay with that too. This is a race we're currently winning. Yeah. Unseal's a good one too. So, kind of feels like Kavu wants to pump itself, but Herbology Instructor gets bigger too. Still a ways away. Huh. I'm gonna make the Kavu pump itself. I feel like I want its ability on there, on this one. Like, I could have spread it out, but I'd much rather have a 4-4 than a 4-2 or a 2-4, even if the 2-4 can turn into a 4-4 that kills something. Alright. Well, the nice thing is I can actually block and, because it has Defender. And then I can get it back with Unseal at some point too. So that's not bad. Aw, 2 land mill. Alright, well, the nice thing is Sandstalker Moloch looks pretty good here, so let's get in for 1. And then we'll pass. Hopefully they cast a blue spell here. Or a black spell. One or the other. We'll block with the Thespian, because once again, something I can get back with Unseal. So we'll Surveil. Surveyor does get us a land. But I think I'm gonna mill it. Well, yeah, only because it's a little slow. So we'll take 3, or not take 3 rather. So if they don't, alright, they did cast something, so now we can do Moloch and at least get a card out of it. That's good. We'll get the land. I mean, Ren is useful too. But land has got to be the pick here, right? Yeah, because then I can... Yeah. We're at 10 life. Yeah, I think we'll just... This puts him in a pretty tough spot. Because now we do invasion... Kill aerialists so they can't even... They wouldn't be able to transform without losing life anyway, but... I guess I can just get in for 5 here. And then see how they block and do... Yeah. We probably just do this. Yeah, and then we'll do Thalia. So this does not make the best use of mana, but what it does do is puts us in a good position to kill them off invasion of Ulgaratha at some point. And they're at 5 life. I mean, now we can kill Order of the Alabaster Host and they have to chump block, so they're in a pretty tough spot still. Or they attack and die. Alright. I'm cool with this too if they want to die. I was gonna say. That would have been pretty bold of them. We'll do invasion. We'll kill the order. And then we'll, I guess, threaten lethal on them. And this forces them to trade with Moloch, which got us value, so I guess it works out alright. We still have Unseal to get back our awesome creatures. And we can do Unseal plus Portent Tracker too, that's nice. So we'll discard Realm Breaker, I don't think we need it anymore. Well, could discard Portent Tracker, I guess I don't. What's, that might be wrong, we'll see. Nice. So they're actually gonna get our Gitrog monster back. It's gonna make this game a lot more challenging now. For Shieldred, which is apparently in there. Huh. Nice. So I guess I can get Unseal back. What's this, can you flip it if it's a convert? I guess you can't? Never seen this come up before. I don't think you can. We'll see though, because I honestly don't know. So I'm up to 6 mana, so I can, basically I can get back Thalia and Sandstalker or Moloch. Maybe that's what I want to do. There's Ayara too, though. We probably want to get back Ayara. And then I think that makes the most sense. Unless they can flip their dude. But I don't think they can. So we'll get back Ayara. And this way I can kill them next turn, potentially. And I guess the Gitrog monster, too. And then I'll cast Ayara. And then that way next turn I can kill them. Unless Shieldred actually can flip, or they have a removal spell. I don't think it can flip, though. I mean, it didn't have a backside, so felt like it couldn't flip, but we'll see. So it can. It just flips into the top half of itself. I don't understand that, but okay. I guess that's what happened. So apparently, if it can't transform, it just returns as the normal self. Guess that's a good lesson to learn. I never knew that before. It's not really explicitly stated on there. But it's flipped into the converter and then the converter turns back into Shieldred again? Maybe that's what it is? Maybe that's what it is. I mean, Scry 3 is irrelevant here if I'm going to mill you for 3. And they attacked without attacking with their 2/2 dude. Maybe they have a way to blow up an artifact. That would make sense. I don't know if we can win this race either. Currently, it doesn't look like we can. If I draw another creature, at least I can play this plus that creature, presumably. And then I have another sack outlet, or I draw land. Could draw a land too. I'm gonna sandbag the swamp in case they have a discard. If I play Thalia, they just can attack with that still and then use the mana to kill my dude for 5. It does take 5 of their mana though. They can't really afford to do that, can they? I guess not. They can't cast anything else, so we'll just do it. Or maybe they have a counterspell, who knows. Ow. Keep that last land a secret. So they have 6 cards left in their graveyard. This is nice. They can't attack with it now, I don't think. Or maybe they can. I guess we'll find out. I think it re-enters though, right? Tap. Alright. Well, that's good. Ooh, Escort. There's a nice one too. So 6, what do we have? 6, 10 mana. So probably want to get back. You know, Moloch's not a bad one to get back, actually. Do I have enough? Let's see. 5, 7. Well, we have to mill them, so let's just do that now. I feel like we don't have a choice there. Mill must happen. Get their land. And then we can play Escort. And we have 3 left, so I can't cast Moloch anyway. So I can... I guess I can just gain life. That's probably the best choice here. I don't know why I got their blue mana that one time instead of just their black. I mean, we just need to outlast them here. I want Inga to trigger, because then they die right away. So we'll sack the Escort, because Instructor can flip and kill something potentially. Well, if they cast Unseal, they are going to die too. Because they only have one card left in their deck. Which means Realmbreaker did do its job. What did I mill them for? 12 cards or 15? Something like that. Maybe 12? 12 over 4 turns. That would make sense because that'd be 16 cards. And they were at 17. So 4 mills, I mean, that'll do it. In limited. Plus 4 ramps. Alright. We'll see for the next one. Ooh, let's see here. Oh yeah, we have the Ancient. I think we can actually keep this. We get our green mana from that. Or this. It's currently turn 3 Realmbreaker, turn 4 Hermit. Not the worst. It's a good one. A token go wide deck. Reasonable draw there. Better than Realmbreaker. So now we can at least do a turn 4 Hermit, turn 5 Ancient. I guess that's reasonable. Two cards left. All right. So what does this do? Whenever you cast a legendary spell and tap it, you can draw. So it loots, and then it transforms into a 5/5, which they can do next turn. Whenever a source deals damage to it, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you put it on the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. That seems ridiculously, unbelievably powerful. Let's do the Hermit here. Pass. Source deals damage. So they just get it too, huh? Nice turn progression. My opponent must feel awesome. It's got trample too. Like, what else could you give it? Just give it everything. So I have to exile cards from my hand at random, and you can cast it without paying its mana cost. All right, that's something. That's something. All right. It's a real card. Does it let me like? I still just don't have a convenient way to do that, do they? Alright, full control off, please. There we go. And then steal on top of that, huh? Wow. Beautifully done. They both have trample, so we're super dead. Alright. Even if I block this, I take 1, 7. Alright, see you for the next one. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we can keep this because we have Timberland Ancient, at least to find us another land, so we can get into Moloch territory, and then another land, get into Hermit territory. I'm glad at least I won one game with Realmbreaker to know it's not the worst card ever. So now this begs the question, do I want to do the Ancient still? I guess it depends if I draw another land or not. I feel like I don't want to, but yeah, now I definitely don't. I don't think we need to. So we can do Moloch. They get to just spit out treasure all day. We're gonna do the Moloch here. So it's only blue or black, so maybe we'll get lucky and they'll cast a black spell next turn. That would be good. Or they don't. They could also not. So that has menace too, right? Yeah. Alright. So we'll do this. So I could leave it back to block. We are behind on the race, but this has menace, so I think we actually do attack. And then I'll do a not bald hermit and hope they don't have removal. And call it good. Could do the chomping Kavu too. I just feel like the Kavu gives me a little more options with the counter. Unfortunately, they do have removal that also buffs, so we're going to take too much damage and be in a really bad spot. So now we have to stay back, which is unfortunate. So best play is probably a Chomp and Kavu pass. And we have to hope they don't have another removal spell. If they do, it's pretty much GG's. Alright, so see the dilemma. Yeah, especially since that has menace. But it only re-equips for one, right? No, two. We're going to lose both our guys anyway, slice it, because when this dies, I have to sack an artifact or a creature. So, I guess we just block a couple dudes and hope we draw a removal spell. Pretty much is deal 3 damage to something or bust at this point. This draft started strong. Alright, so we'll sack our dude, unfortunately, and basically have no chance of winning. Nothing we can draw gets us out of this. Alright, see you for the next one. Alright, we'll keep this. So Surveyor into Kavu is our best play at the moment. We have all 3 colors. I guess that's good. Get our second green. Oh, we have second green. Well, we have second black. So maybe more green's better. Probably. More double green than double black. this deals damage, you can transform an incubator tokens. Nice. Oops, they already knew about the forest, so I should have played that, but that's alright. Three pretty relevant cards. So this transforms and lets them get a 2 mana permanent with mana value 2 or less. Alright, well that's... I can do Escort actually and get back... That worked out actually kind of okay. Then I can get Invasion of Muruganda or Elgratha back. I kind of like that. Let's get in for 4 here. Play the Escort. And yeah, we'll... Which invasion do I like better? I get a flyer there that gets bigger. Or this one that fights. So if I fight, I can kill Nezumi. If I fly, I can block Skywarden. Probably do Muruganda, I'm thinking. I don't know if that's right. I just feel like I can deal with more things with that, so it feels better. But then again, they could kill Chomp and Kavu. They kind of need to transform Wheeler here, I feel like, but they don't have anything incredible to bring back, so maybe it's not worth their time. Alright. So I can double block Freewheeler too. Which I kind of feel like doing. It's got Menace. Yeah, I feel good about that. Alright. Ooh, Macro Sage. So then we draw just a billion cards. Let's do that. Because we need more lands here. This is just a good play, I think, in general. So I'm actually not going to attack here. And we have Invasion of Lorwyn, so we can kill flyers at least. Alright, we can kill Intercessor now, that's fine. Oh, that was a awkward choice. They're gonna regret that choice. Let's do... Well, they're tapped out. Maybe I just kill their flyer now. Let's see, 7 mana. So I can actually do Invasion of Muruganda plus Wary Thespian. So maybe that's the best. And just kill their Intercessor now. Oh, I can only... Whoops. I screwed up. Now I can only cast... I did not do that correctly. I screwed up. Sorry, folks. Got distracted. I guess I can do Unseal. It's not the worst. So we'll get Iara back. Oh, I can get 2 back. I'll get them both back then. Is this a Phyrexian? No, it's an Elf Noble. Alright. They're at 14. Well, Iara can drain them out pretty quick. So maybe I just do Iara and hold up Sandstalker or Moloch. Yeah, that might be the best. I need to kill that Skywarden, though, is the problem. So maybe we just do Invasion now. prevent some damage. Alright. I don't know. The 2/3 doesn't really matter. I don't know why doing it here makes sense to me, but for some reason it does. I want to kill the flyer though, because I have Invasion of Lorwyn at some point too. And then we'll pass, and then I have Sandstalker Moloch on their turn too. Taser Karlov, okay. Alright, that's cool. They know about the Moloch, but no biggie. So we'll block that with the Thespian. Surveil. We don't need the land, so we'll graveyard that. Play Moloch. Ooh. Yes, please. Alright, so we have 8 mana, so we can do Renata plus Sayara. Oh wait, I have to remember Phyrexians. Jeez, they don't make this easy. I mean, alternatively, I can just kill the Intercessor now. Get back Karuga, draw a billion cards. That's not bad either. And I can start attacking too, I guess. They only have 1 card left. Alright. Well, I might need that ace in the hole. Let's do Ayara. Might seem strange because it's certainly not the most expensive thing I have in my hand, but what I like about it is I can kind of get to the point where I can drain them out, I think. Sure. They still don't really have an attack though, so they have 1 card left in their hand. So I feel like we're gonna win the long battle here. So we'll do Renata now and just start setting up for the long game. Because we have more cards in our hand that are all relevant. And we can kill pretty much anything. And the longer we wait, the more we're going to draw off of Karuga. Actually, you want to be careful not to draw my whole deck here. 6 and 9 mana. So we can actually do Instructor and kill Gorilla too here. I like that. Actually, we can kill the Intercessor now. Which maybe I just want to do and draw 4 cards, 5 cards. Alright. Maybe it's 6 cards. I mean, gives me limited turns to win here, but we'd probably just attack with everything at this point. They can trade that for Renata, I don't really care. let's see here. We have 10 mana, 11. So we have 11 mana. They have a 3/5. We got Karuga. We got the 4/4. I have Invasion to kill the 3/5. Is that enough to kill them at that point? I feel like it's gotta be, right? Wait. Oh, I can only cast. I was like, why did that not work? But now I get it. The Phyrexian Censer is surprising. Ability is just pretty relevant, so. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Well, I think we actually keep this because we have the green mana from the Timberland Ancient. The problem is we still can't do the Moloch off of it, but I think we do it. I like this Invasion of Pyrulia. Alright. It's a good one. Just auto flip Invasion of Pyrulia on turn 4. This is one of the most unforgiving formats I can think of in a long time. Card is just incredibly strong. Turn 4, I have a 3/3, a 2/2, and a 4/4. Okay. Not a rare in sight, too, by the way. I have a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4 on turn 4, and I haven't played any rares. And I got a Scry to boot. And my opponent can't cast any spells because he keeps drawing swamps. It's okay. My son's getting pretty squirrely, so this is a good time to call the draft an end here. Yeah, and then just follow up with a Glissa. Beautiful. Alright, I am good. We'll call it a day. This is not my favorite format. I should just stop saying that. I'm just saying it every draft now where it's, I don't like this format. I don't like this format every time, but I shouldn't. Just keep fighting through it. It's a fine format. It's a great format. It's a great format. Into the Fire. 2 damage to each creature, planeswalker in battle. I feel like I had 2 of these once and it didn't do as good as I wanted to. Goreclaw, on the other hand, is incredible. This card's really strong. Just, you know, buff all your dudes, give them trample. And it's a 4 mana 4/3. Makes things cheaper. It's really awesome. So, easy Goreclaw there. I don't like Saizan. That's not a good card. Although the purple is sweet. It looks good. Rankle and Torburin. 3 mana, or billion mana, 3/4, flying first strike case. Deals combat damage to a player or battle. Choose any number so you can create treasure. Each player sack a creature, or if its source would deal damage to a player or battle, deals that much damage +2 instead. And you can choose any number. Wow. I haven't seen this one before. It looks incredibly powerful. So, easy Rankle and Torburin rather. Alright. Easy Boonbringer Valkyrie. We don't even need to look at anything else. Card's ridiculous. Bloated Processor, sack Phyrexian, put a counter on it, dies, incubate, where's its power? It's a good card. This comes in, bolster 1. This is really good with the +1/+1 counter deck. I really like that too. Probably go with the Processor. That's pretty sweet. Because it just auto is 2 bodies in 1 for a really reasonable cost. So, and then final pack, we have probably this. Get a flying lifelinker. And got second spell, top 3. Put one in your hand, rest in your graveyard. It's good value. Or you can take a 6-mana removal spell that turns into a win con. They're both double color. Probably go with the legendary flying lifelinker because that's really good. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.